I was asked to speak on finding peace in times of chaos. And I'm just admiring so much this beautiful home and this quite incredible building. 32 West, or 36, 360. It's more than I thought, actually. 360 West. But as I was admiring the architecture, and the planning, and the decorations, and the furnishings, and the lightings, and meditating on the subject of tonight, I was also reflecting on how the beauty of everything in this building and the pleasure that this building and the shelter that it gives all of us is all completely dependent for sustainability on the foundation. When you're walking through the building, how many of you think of the foundation? Nobody really, except the architect that makes it and the builders that go through the trouble. Nobody thinks of nobody appreciates. It's very rare that somebody comes to a magnificent home like this and says, "You have an incredible foundation." But yet it holds up everything. Because happiness, shelter, beauty, grace in this world, it could look really nice, it could feel really nice, but there will be inevitable storms. And when there is a foundation we can appreciate, it upholds everything through the winds, through the rains, through the storms. So this is a metaphor of life itself. If we do not have a foundation of inner meaning, inner purpose, inner peace, then whatever apparent happiness we have in this world will inevitably be disturbed. Because whatever we have, whoever we are, there will be changes that are beyond our control. Cannot control the weather, cannot necessarily control how people see you or think of you or talk about you. Can try. What to speak of? What power do we have to control the way nations and leaders of nations are dealing with each other? So it is a world of change. And the most powerful of all forces that is beyond our control is time. On a very subtle and incredible way, time is moment to moment controlling everything and everyone. So how to find peace when there's such turbulence? Foundation means what can't be seen sensually by the world, but what is actually our greatest reality. And that's what is within our own hearts and within our own minds. Two people can say the same thing, and one is filled with love and another is filled with hate. So much of the experience we have in life is the perception that we create within ourselves. When it's a very rainy day, we may feel very uncomfortable, but the trees are feeling very comfortable. So who's right and wrong? We all have our own relative experiences. And it's so meaningful that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita on a battlefield. And it wasn't after the war when there was peace. It was before the war when there was going to be imminent chaos. And Krishna was teaching Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita how to find deep spiritual peace. Whether he's at home with his family or fighting this apparently treacherous battle in this world, he was told to perform his duty according to his occupational nature, according to his varna and his ashram. With love, with happiness. If Arjuna could do it in the Mahabharata battle of Kurukshetra, then our life is not really as complicated as we like to think it is. And we're very eager, and it's important for sure that we have securities, we have dependable experiences that we could live for. We educate our children. We try to learn more and more ourselves. I think on the 15th floor I went to a fitness center. Something like that. So it's important to keep to, but in order to be fit, you have to do work, you have to give it time. In order to be educated, you have to give it serious time in order to learn skills. But what Bhagavad Gita and all the saints and acharyas of all the different traditions are teaching, that we also have to give quality time and attention to actually develop that inner satisfaction, that inner peace, that inner awakening. Because without that, all our so-called happiness and all the things that we're striving for, they're very superficial. As I learned from Gaur Gopal Prabhu and Gauranga Prabhu, things could give some satisfaction to the mind and to the physical senses. But things, whether it's money or fame or influence or pleasures, they cannot give satisfaction to the heart. There's only one thing that can give satisfaction to the heart, And that is to feel loved and to love. And without that, life is quite superficial. Life is quite incomplete. And what is the origin of that love? What is the essence of the experience of love? That's where we find true peace. And in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a beautiful verse that in many ways encapsulates the whole Bhagavad Gita. In a way, this one verse magnifies the very essence of all the scriptures and the teachings of all the saints throughout history. And the Acharyas call this verse the peace formula. In a world where so much anxiety, so much uncertainty, so much fear, betrayal, tragedy, we lose loved ones, we lose friends. It's just life. How to be happy when there's so much suffering around? The material formula is to distract our consciousness away from the emptiness and superficiality of the reality of our heart and life itself by occupying it with so many temporary things and so many different superficial relationships. But whether we're living in 360 West or a cave of the Himalayas, peace should not be dependent on that. If you can't find it in the cave, you won't find it here. And if you can't find it here, you won't find it in the cave either. Because that peace, that essential love that we're seeking, is the inseparable nature of the soul, the jiva. Nahanyate hanyamane sarire. The soul is never born and it never dies. It's not this body and it's not this temporary changing mind. The soul is our true self. We're seeing through our eyes. Whether we have spectacles or very good vision is not what's going to determine our happiness in life.